Okay, so once, a long time ago, there lived a little Christmas tree. Unlike the other evergreen trees of the forest, he was neither blue nor green. Instead, he stood out, he was different from all the others because his color was yellow. But rather than being proud and happy because of his different color, this little Christmas tree was sad. You know why he was sad? He's not cute like me, boasted a pretty blue spruce tree standing nearby. Or big like me, bragged a young balsam tree next to her. He's the ugliest tree I've ever seen, laughed a handsome hemlock, spreading his branches in the wind. It was true. Not only was he yellow in color, but his branches were few and his fur was thin, and he looked more like a hairy skeleton than a pretty Christmas tree. Ridiculed and laughed at, the little Christmas tree felt all alone among the beautiful fir trees that surrounded him. One day, a bright red bird landed on the little Christmas tree.
Percy, bright red bird, squirk.
Cue the bird.
Perfect, perfect.
That's a cute bird.
I love it.
I'm going to translate what he says.
Okay, great.
He's saying to
What
the
did he
Christmas
say?
tree, "You look sad. What's wrong?" I'm so. That's enough.
All done.
He's saying too much.
Percy, the yellow Christmas tree's turn to talk.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good point. I'm so ugly, the little yellow Christmas tree replied, and all the other trees make fun of me. Take heart and do not be sad, said the bright red bird. There is a reason for your color, and someday you will discover why. That was all the extra stuff you had there. With that, the bright red bird flew off, and the little Christmas tree smiled. At least someone thinks I'm special, he thought. Soon winter and its white beauty covered all the trees of the forest. At last, sighed the little yellow Christmas tree, I look like all the other trees, and they won't laugh at me anymore. But just then, a big black crow. Oh, that's what we want, the crow sound.
We need to back her.
We need to buy a crow. Just then, a big black crow landed on his branches and began jumping up and down. Stop, cried the little yellow Christmas tree. Don't shake the snow from my branches.
Oh, he felt naked without the snow.
Why not? Tackled the big black crow. This is fun. So he continued jumping up and down and soon knocked all the snow from the branches of the little yellow Christmas tree, making him seem even more different than the other trees. Look at him, laughed the pretty blue spruce tree. He's even uglier than I thought. That's right, snickered the young balsam, and all the other trees joined in their laughter. Feeling even more alone, the little yellow Christmas tree pulled deep within himself and wished he was someone else. Soon darkness fell and a big December moon rose above the mountains, lighting the valley with its light. Even the night is not good for me, moaned the little yellow Christmas tree as his scrawny branches shone brightly in the moonlight. The next day, some strange voices echoed through the windswept mountains. Who could that be, wondered all the evergreen trees. In the distance, several men, riding in a horse-drawn wagon, made their way toward them.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
These look like good trees, said the man with the bushy beard, pulling the wagon to a stop. We better hurry, said another, pointing at the sky. Those storm clouds on the ridge look mighty mean. High above the mountain valley, the dark clouds of a December storm formed in the sky. Quickly the men jumped from their wagon and began chopping down fir trees with their axes. What is going on, wondered blue spruce tree, as the man with the big bushy beard threw her into the wagon. I don't know, cried the young, strong balsam, landing beside her. These are the best looking Christmas trees I've ever seen, marveled the man with the bushy beard. The children will be very happy. When they heard why they were being chopped down, all the Christmas trees beamed with pride. I knew I was the cutest, boasted the pretty blue spruce tree. Me too, laughed the young, strong balsam. Seeing his friends being thrown in the wagon, the little yellow Christmas tree felt even worse. They'll never choose me, he sighed. I'll be left all alone. That's right, said the handsome hemlock lying nearby. That red bird was wrong. You'll never amount to anything. Just then, an old man with fine blue eyes approached the little Christmas tree. "What have we here?" he said, gently touching the branches. "I've never seen a yellow Christmas tree." "Neither have we," laughed the other man. "It's so scrawny you wouldn't even hang a light on it." "You may be right," agreed the old man. "But maybe someone will want it." And with a quick blow of his axe, he cut down the little yellow Christmas tree and threw it into the wagon. "What are you doing here?" scoffed Pretty Blue Spruce Tree. "This wagon is only for the best and most beautiful of trees." "That's right," boasted young Balsam. "You're not even fit for firewood." Feeling they were right, little yellow Christmas Tree hung his head and tried to hide. It was a long ride through the snowy woods, but soon the horse-drawn wagon entered a small village. Twilight was fast fading, and the brightly colored Christmas lights decorating the town glowed in the falling snow. Young children ran from the houses, jumped with joy at the sight of the freshly cut trees. "I want this one," cried a little rich boy, pointing at the Pretty Blue Spruce Tree. "And I want that one," exclaimed a cutely dressed girl, tugging at the strong young Balsam. Soon all the trees were chosen except the little yellow Christmas tree, which was left all alone in the center of the square. "What am I going to do now?" he wondered as the storm picked up its pace and the snowflakes covered his face. A short while later, a small boy and his young sister hid among the bushes under the window of a big house. Shivering in their tattered clothes, they watched the little rich boy decorating the Pretty Blue Spruce tree inside. "I wish I could be doing that," sighed the small boy. "So do I," replied his sister. "It's getting cold," she continued, stomping her feet. "We must get back to the orphanage. We can't go back now, little brother. The master will beat us and send us to bed without supper. He's the meanest man on earth." "But we can't stay in the snow," cried the little girl, "and I'm so hungry." Concerned for his sister, the small boy approached the door of the rich boy's house. "What are you doing?" she asked. "You'll see," he replied, knocking at the door.
Yeah, can you speak a bit louder?
A tall butler with a long, narrow nose. "Open the door." "Yes," he inquired, staring at the small boy and his tattered clothes. "Please, sir," said the boy. "My sister and I are cold and
Papa's
hungry.
reading. No, Papa's reading.
Can you spare us something to eat?" "Go away," sneered the butler. "This is Christmas Eve and we're not to be disturbed." And with that, he slammed the door in a little voice. Slowly, the boy walked down the stairs and took his sister by the hand. "Maybe someone will help us," he encouraged. Long icicles hung from the roof of another house nearby as they climbed the icy stairs and knocked at the door. A woman with a bright green apron greeted them. "Can I help you?" she said, wiping her hands on the apron. "Please, ma'am, can you spare us a little something to eat?" pleaded the small boy. "It's Christmas Eve and we're cold and hungry." "Very hungry," replied the little girl, hiding behind her brother's coat. "I'm sorry," said the woman, "but I'm in the middle of a big party and I have no time to help. Please go. Please try someone else." The small boy and his young sister walked from house to house, but the spirit of Christmas was not in the people's hearts, and they received no help. Filled with despair, the two children entered the empty town square. Snowdrifts were forming, and the little yellow Christmas tree was almost completely covered with snow. "Look," said the boy, rushing over and pulling him from the snow. "It's a yellow Christmas tree." But the little girl was too cold to notice. "I can't go a step further," she said, and whispered and lied down in a snowdrift. I need Mummy's sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers, Mom. That's everyone knows.
Thanks, Ray. "We can't stop now," cried the brother. "We must go on." But the whipping wind and falling snow were too much for her, and the boy sat down beside his sister and tried to keep her warm. "If only I could help," cried the little yellow Christmas tree. "But what can I do? My branches are too small and my fur is too thin to protect them from the cold." As the night wore on, the storm grew fierce, and soon the little boy and his sister were almost completely covered with snow. Please, somebody, help the children," yelled the little yellow Christmas tree. "Don't let them die." Just then, the chime in the village clock began to ring in the midnight hour, and the sky lit up in a bright sky. "What is that?" wondered the little Christmas tree. And suddenly, Percy, the red bird swooped down
Redbird.
and landed on the little yellow Christmas
Where's the
tree's
red bird?
branches. "Red bird," he cried, "you have returned." "Yes," replied the red bird, "the time has come."
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
That's
Right
what
on
he's
cue.
saying.
The redbird.
"The time has come for you to discover your greatness." With that, the little boy and girl will not survive the night. See the tears on their face as he comes out. But what can I do? Asked the little yellow Christmas tree. I'm too small. Protect them. We're better than you realize, answered the red bird, flying into the air and flapping his wings in the snow. Are you willing to give your life that they might live? He asked. My life, replied the little yellow Christmas tree, looking up with fear. For them to live, you must die, whispered the red bird. Seeing the small boy and sister turning purple in the snow, the heart of the little yellow Christmas tree filled with compassion. Yes, she cried, I want to help them live. Suddenly the red bird burst into a brilliant flame and lit the little yellow Christmas tree on fire. What are you doing? He explained as his branches turned into flames. You'll see, whispered the red bird, and with a swoosh he disappeared into the snowy sky. The flaming branches of the little yellow Christmas tree grew brighter and brighter, and soon the boy awakened. Look, he cried, poking his sister a fire. It feels so good and warm, she smiled, rubbing her hands near the heat. Seeing the roaring fire, the people of the village rushed from their houses. What's going on? Asked the man with the bushy beard. I don't know, said the old man with the kind blue eyes, smiling and joking eyes. The little yellow Christmas tree has saved us, cried the small boy and his sister as the people gathered around. If it weren't for them, we wouldn't have survived the night. Well, I'll be, said the old man with kind blue eyes. I knew that tree was good for something. Oh, you poor children, cried the woman with the bright green apron. Where are your parents? They died, said the little girl, and the man at the orphanage beats us and does not give us food. Come with me, said the man with the bushy beard. I will give you food and a nice warm bed. No, said the woman with the bright green apron. These poor children came to my house and I did not feed them. I'm ashamed, but who said now? Me too, said another woman. I did not help, but now I give them what they need. As the people of the village argued over who would help the children, the falling snow began to stopped, and the flames on the little yellow Christmas trees slowly burned out. Soon the town square was empty, and the small homeless sister and all the village people were asleep in their warm beds. At that moment, a swoop of red fire fell from the sky and hovered over the dying embers of the little yellow Christmas tree. It was the red bird appearing, more brilliant and brighter than before. Give her the greatest gift of all, he said, flying above them, the now dark ashes of the little yellow Christmas tree. For this you will be remembered forever. And with that, the flaming bird lifted the ashes of the little yellow Christmas tree into the air. Instantly, they burst into blinding light, igniting the entire night sky. What's going on? Explained the little yellow Christmas tree, watching his ashes turn to light. From now on, you'll be known as the Christmas star, smiled the red bird. And with a sparkling swoosh, he shot into the sky and disappeared among the stars. Well, I'll be, laughed the little yellow Christmas tree, high above the village. I guess I am something after all. And on that night, the little yellow Christmas tree became the bright star that appears on Christmas to remind us that in giving and sacrificing for others, we discover how valuable they are.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Great job. Thank you.
Yep.
Good job, Bob.
You
And
did it. Did you get it,
Really?
Percy?
Yeah.
Percy, thank you for doing the red bird. That was important.
Ned, when did you write that story for Lexi?
You know, I saw one of them as the year 2000, but I'm gonna guess maybe 98. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. I've got so many.
Probably
versions.
1992.
This is a pretty good version.
There you go, Lexi. Now baby Bash can hear it. And let me see Sophia. Love
Did you record it
Sophia.
too?
I did. The little yellow Christmas tree.